WGNC, AM 1450 and 101.1 FM proudly presents Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball is brought to you by GSM Premium Services and Caramont Health. See how we care. Let's take you to the ballpark. It's time for Atlantic League baseball action on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
This is Jake Skoll of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Get social with your favorite baseball team at Go Honey Hunters on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. That's at Go Honey Hunters on all of our social media platforms. Your home for Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball. AM 1450, 101.1 FM, and streaming on the TuneIn app. WGNC. Your home for...
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Honey Hunters Baseball from Caramont Health Park. This afternoon, a doubleheader. The Honey Hunters will be going up against the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS and making up a game that was postponed earlier in the year. So a doubleheader tonight, two 7-inning ball games beginning at 3:15. We will have all the action for you right here on WGNC and the Honey Hunters Radio Network. My name is Bob Woodard. I will be bringing you the action tonight. And we will be back with lineups and more. Well, a couple of technical difficulties to get started with today, and why not? It's Tuesday. Let's take a look, first of all, at the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS, leading off in center field will be Joseph Monhay. Batting second, the first baseman, Dilson Herrera. In the number 3 slot, Angel Aguilar. He will be playing second base. Playing third base and batting fourth, Rosny Castillo. Mario Bautista will be batting fifth, playing right field. Alfred Reyes will be batting sixth. He will hold down the fort at shortstop. Brian Gonzalez will be behind the plate.
The beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health...
You know, Rush, I think one of these days I'm going to change my name to Technical Difficulties. Okay, we were talking about Brian Gonzalez being behind the plate for the FERRYHAWKS. He'll be batting seventh. Batting eighth, Kelsey Whitmore, the left fielder. And batting ninth, coming out of retirement to pitch this ball game, former Major Leaguer Nelson Figueroa. Figueroa was 12 years in Major League Baseball. He amassed a record of 20-35, and we'll tell you more about him as the game gets underway. Now let's take a look at the Gastonia Honey Hunters lineup. First, leading off, Reese Hampton, the right fielder, will be followed by Luis Roman at third base. The shortstop will be Joseph Rosa, and batting fourth, Luis Castro. He will be playing first base. Emmanuel Tapia will be the designated hitter. Jalen Smith will be at second base. Jake Scholes going to hold fort down in center field, Trey Holmes will be in left field. Alex Holdenbach will be behind the plate. And on the mound for the Honey Hunters, Ian McKinney. Those are your starting lineups for the first game of 2 today here at the ballpark. If you have a chance to come on out, it's a beautiful evening. A few clouds in the sky, but they are not the threatening type. They're just the big, white, puffy, beautiful clouds. And it's a gorgeous summer day here in Gastonia. So come on out to the ballpark if you have a chance. We will be back to tell you more about this ball game right after these messages.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters!
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramount Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramount Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Back live at Honey Hunters Caramount Health Park, just ahead of the ball game between the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS and the Gastonia Honey Hunters, the first of 2 today. So pull up a chair and enjoy some baseball with us. Let's take a look at the Atlantic League standings. In the Northern Division, Southern Maryland is on top. Lancaster is in second place. Gastonia and Southern Maryland were both the first half winners, so they will be playoff bound at the end of the year. After Lancaster, Long Island, then York, followed by Staten Island. For the Southern Division, Gastonia is leading the pack, followed by Kentucky, High Point, Charleston, and then Lexington holding things up from underneath the pack. The schedules for today, Gastonia is at Staten Island for a doubleheader. Of course, that's right here. All right, sooner or later I'm going to figure out what all these buttons are for. In any event, we are getting ready for first pitch in about 6 minutes here at Caramount Health Park.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters!
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Looking for a new career? Want to make in upwards of $40,000 a year? Want to work a schedule that fits your lifestyle? Want to do it in the front seat of your car? I figured I had your attention. Domino's Pizza is now hiring. If you want to cash in on a new opportunity, log on to jobs.domino's.com. That's jobs.domino's.com.
Back live at Caramont Health Park. Bob Woodard with you this afternoon and this evening for the doubleheader between the Gastonia Honey Hunters and the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS. The coaches and the umpires are meeting at home plate, exchanging lineup cards, and we are getting ready for baseball here in Gastonia. Edgar Alfonso manages the FERRYHAWKS, and of course, Mauro Gazzo is the manager for the Honey Hunters. Chuck Stewart, the hitting coach for Gastonia. Reggie Harris is the pitching coach, and the trainer is Anna McCraw. Interesting story starting in left field tonight. The first female to ever play professional baseball, Kelsey Whitmore, will be in left field. For the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS. Ian McKinney is going to get the start tonight for the Honey Hunters. He comes into the ball game with a 4.42 earned run average. And he will be throwing to Alex Holderbach, who will be behind the plate today for Gastonia. Gastonia fell to the High Point Rockers by an 11-5 score on Sunday here at the ballpark. Roger Burnell got the start for the Honey Hunters, making his third Atlantic League start for the season. And he was also carrying a perfect 2-0 record on the year, including a no-hitter against the Legends on July 27th. Craig Stem got the ball for High Point, making his fourth start against Gastonia, still seeking his first decision against the Southern Division leaders. Then High Point jumped on the Gastonia right-hander and jumped out to an early lead as Michael Russell and Ben Eklinski hit back-to-back home runs to open the game for the Rockers. So the no-hitter, the shutout, the perfect game all went away in the first two batters of the ball game on Sunday. So Gastonia, coming off a loss on Sunday, have dropped 3 in a row. and are looking to right the ship here in today's doubleheader against the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS. If you have not had a chance to come out to the ballpark, this is one of the prettiest ballparks you can ever come and watch a game at, and there really isn't a bad seat in the house. So make some plans, come on out. We're going to be here tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday against these Staten Island FERRYHAWKS. The umpires tonight, Calvin Baker, Justin Burton, and Kevin Morgan. And I know Calvin Baker, he is not behind the plate tonight. Not sure who the plate umpire is. They've crossed that out. So we are close to first pitch time. We will bring you the action when we get back. You're listening to Honey Hunters Baseball on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Hey, this is Brady Salisbury, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
If we keep that going, we'll have the whole team introducing the Honey Hunters Network, won't we? Bob Woodard with you on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. And the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS have taken the field. They are actually the home team for this first game of the doubleheader, because the game that they are making up today was a game that was supposed to be played in Staten Island. Nelson Figueroa, who is the pitching coach for Staten Island, has come out of retirement to go ahead and pitch this game, and also going to hit for himself. No DH for the FERRYHAWKS here in this first game of the doubleheader. And we are getting ready to go. Reese Hampton is going to lead off for Gastonia. It's going to be Hampton, Luis Roman, and Joseph Rosa, 1, 2, 3 in the order. First pitch over for a strike. No balls and one strike to Reese Hampton, and we're underway. Figueroa pitching from the stretch. Comes back 0-1 and misses. Ball one, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hampton batting .269 on the year. 7 home runs, 33 runs batted in. He has stolen 50 bases. We'll talk about the Honey Hunters' prowess on the base paths as we move along a little bit today, leading the league in stolen bases. Next pitch is over for a strike. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We told you Figueroa had a Major League Baseball record of 20-35 and a .455 earned run average. He pitched 145 games in the show, started 65 games. As Hampton fouls one back, count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Figueroa had 1 complete game, 1 shutout, and 1 save in his Major League career. He pitched 499 innings. There's a line drive. That ball's going to go foul. And the count will remain 2-2. From our vantage point, very hard for us to see down into the right field corner, but we'll do the best that we can in trying to bring you whatever may go on down there. Next pitch, off speed, outside, ball 3. So the count runs 3-2 to Hampton with Luis Roman on deck. There's a high fly ball to left field. The left fielder's going back. He's at the warning track, at the wall. It's off the fence, just below the home run line. And Reese Hampton is on at second base with a stand-up double. Missed a home run by, 10 feet? That high wall out there in left field. It's a short porch in left field. It's only 304 down the left field line, 400 to dead center. And I think 325 down the line in right field. So here's Luis Roman. Roman comes in batting .259. He's got 12 home runs, 48 runs batted in. First base open. Here's the first pitch to him. That's high and outside, ball 1. A ball and no strikes to Luis Roman. Anyway, Nelson Figueroa, I was going to tell you, had pitched 499 innings in Major League Baseball. Somewhere along the line, I think I would have gone to the coach and said, do you think I can get one more inning in? Be nice to say I pitched 500 instead of 499. The 1-1 pitch is high, ball 2, 2-1. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 3-0. The 3-0 pitch taking all the way is Roman, and that's over for a strike, 3-1. Roman, a left-handed batter against the right-handed throwing Figueroa. From the stretch, the 3-1 pitch swung on and missed, and the count is full, 3-2. Roman got as high as AAA with the Padres organization. He swings through a fastball, and down goes Roman on strikes. 1 out, and here comes Joseph Rosa. Rosa playing third base for the Honey Hunters. Pardon me, he is playing shortstop. Rosa again steps to the plate. 322 average comes with him. And he stood straight up before that pitch even came. I don't know if they called time or if he tried to call time, but the ball was low. And they're showing a count of 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes after the 77-mile off-speed pitch from Figueroa. Next pitch misses high, ball 2, 2-2. Rosa with 15 home runs this year, 69 runs batted in. Taking all the way, lets that pitch go by, and it's 2-1. So Figueroa having a tough time finding the plate. And the Honey Hunters are going to make him throw strikes. Remember, he's coming out of retirement today to pitch this game. He is normally the pitching coach. And he drops a beautiful breaking ball over the plate that Rosa swings over the top of. 2-2. Rosa steps out of the batter's box, collects himself, and now steps back in. Pitch misses inside. That'll run the count full. 3-2. Second batter in a row that he's run a full count to. No score yet. We're just in the top of the first inning. The Honey Hunters have Reese Hampton down at second base after a stand-up double. hit the ball off the netting above the wall in left field for his double. He's going on the pitch. Throw down to third base, and he has got it stolen. The pitch was called a strike. So Rosa is out on strikes, and he's standing there having a conversation with the umpire about it. And you better be careful. That's the one thing you can't argue is balls and strikes. They will run you for that. That'll bring up first baseman Luis Castro. Castro from Caja Seca, Venezuela. Made it to AAA with the Milwaukee Brewers organization, batting .300 on the year. 7 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Looks at a breaking ball. Outside and low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Reese Hampton doubled and then stole third. He stands down at third with 2 outs. Castro trying to bring him home. There's ball 2. It would stand to reason that Figueroa would be having a tough time finding the strike zone. He hasn't pitched in a ball game, and I'm sure quite a while, as the next pitch is an off-speed pitch over for a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. Top of the first inning, no score, Luis. Castro swings and misses at the next pitch. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's the pitch, gets away from the catcher, and the runner's coming home as the catcher just lazily goes after it. And a heads-up play by Reese Hampton. It wasn't more than 15 feet to the right of the plate. But catcher Brian Gonzalez just kind of moseyed on over there. Hampton saw that he wasn't hurrying to get the ball, so he scurried home for the Honey Hunters' first run of the ball game. And now there's a 1-hopper to the second baseman, and that's going to do it for Luis Castro. So 1 hit on 1 run for the Honey Hunters on a heads-up play by Reese Hampton. Top of the first inning is in the books. We'll be back. Honey Hunters 1. Staten Island coming up. You're listening to the Gastonia Honey Hunters Radio Network.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go! What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut. Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza. A winning combination. Looking for a new... What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball?
big fingers get in the way of the keyboard. We're headed into the bottom of the first inning. Bob Woodard with you on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon, and hopefully we'll figure out how to run things here before the game is over. Anyway, here comes the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS for their first trip to the plate against left-hander Ian McKinney. It's going to be Joseph Monhay, Dilson Herrera, and Angel Aguilar. First pitch from McKinney, over for a strike, no balls and one strike. Good fastball on the outside part of the plate. Left-hander rocks on the rubber, comes back with a breaking ball, and that's hit high in the air to left field. Trey Holmes out there to corral that one for the first out. And that'll bring up Dilson Herrera. Herrera, right-handed batter, playing first base. Comes in with a .235 average. He's been in 55 games, 200 at-bats. First pitch to him, misses outside, ball one ball and no strikes. In 200 at-bats, he has 47 hits. He has scored 17 runs, 12 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 home runs. 28 RBIs for the right-hander. 2 balls and no strikes. There's one fouled at the plate. That'll roll down into the Honey Hunters bullpen. 2-1. You know, Ned, you never know what you're going to see at the ballpark. As that one is sprayed foul off to the right now to play. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. McKinney back up on top, rocks on the rubber and comes to the plate. Got him looking on a fastball. Strike 3. Boy, Dilson Herrera was not happy about that one at all, and he's letting the umpire know about it. Angel Aguilar. And Herrera is still giving the umpire a piece of his mind as he walks back to the dugout, takes his helmet off, holding the top of his bat in his right hand. In any event, he goes down on strikes. Now Aguilar will take his turn. The second baseman steps in, carrying a .300 batting average with him. A right-handed batter against a left-handed thrower, Ian McKinney. First pitch, strike 1. So unlike his counterpart Nelson Figueroa, McKinney is throwing strikes. Left-hander comes back with a fastball, fouled right back off the umpire's mask, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. McKinney back behind the mound, takes a deep breath. Now he walks up on top. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Gastonia. Aguilar calls time, steps out of the batter's box. Rusney Castillo is on deck if Aguilar can keep the inning alive. There's one fouled back. The count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Jake Skoll is playing dead straight in center field, but Trey Holmes, if Aguilar can pull the ball, he's going to go a long way because Holmes is playing in left center field, giving him the line. Next pitch again fouled back, and Aguilar stays alive 0-2. 1-2, pardon me. Next pitch misses, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And again, fouled back, so Aguilar is doing his best to stay alive against McKinney. What is that, 4 foul balls now? And what is an 8-pitch at bat so far? Or pardon me, a 7-pitch at bat. Good, breaking ball got him looking, so he gets 2 strikeouts to end the inning, does McKinney. And that'll do it for the FERRYHAWKS. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base at the end of an inning of play. It is Gastonia 1, Staten Island nothing.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Hey, this is Brady Salisbury, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a public service, here's a little vocabulary lesson for all the parents out there. The word is drip. Means cool, trendy, or hip. Where do Honey Hunters fans find their drip? Your fashion destination in the gas house is at the Honey Hunters team store at Caramont Health Park. Put some swag in your bag at the Honey Hunters team store. Hashtag drip season. Seriously, I have no idea what drip season means.
Emmanuel Tapia will step into the batter's box and lead off the top of the second inning for the Honey Hunters as they carry a 1-0 lead here against the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS. First pitch misses. Tapia sends the second pitch foul off to the left. And back amongst the customers over there in the picnic area behind the rocking chairs. Tapia, left-handed batter against Nelson Figueroa, swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, a dandy off-speed pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Honey Hunters, first baseman. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jalen Smith is on deck for Gastonia. He'll be followed by Jake Skoll, the center fielder. Figueroa from the stretch. Breaking ball that sails down, ball 3 balls and 2 strikes. And again, Figueroa runs the count full. He's been throwing a lot of pitches. There's a ball that's hit in the air, and that's going to drop in front of the center fielder and takes a turf bounce over his head, but he turns around and grabs it, keeping Tapia at first base. So second hit of the ball game for the Honey Hunters as Tapia hits a Texas leaguer. And Jalen Smith, the designated hitter, will now step up to bat. Smith batting in the number 6 spot in the order. Smith batting .262 on the year. Swings and fouls one at the plate that bounces off of the catcher. Brian Gonzalez. No balls and 1 strike. Smith, couple of home runs and 10 runs batted in. Check swing and fouls that one back off the netting behind home plate. No balls and 2 strikes. You never know what you're going to see at the ballpark. One of the employees from the Honey Hunters just walked by the booth here, and he's got an incredible Hulk mask on. All righty then. There's one up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Tapia is going to stop at second base. And the Gastonia Honey Hunters are in business here in the top of the second inning with nobody out and runners on first and second. And here comes Jake Skoll. Now I understand why he's got the Hulk mask on. It's superhero day here at the ballpark. And here comes Jake Skoll. Got his average up to .249, fouls the first pitch off down the first base line and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Jake's got 15 long balls on the year and has 36 runs batted in. He's also got 20 stolen bases. Skoll out of Woodstock, Georgia, product of the New York Yankees, got as far as Double-A ball with them. And he lifts one foul off to the left and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Skoll definitely a fan favorite here in Gastonia. A left-handed batter playing center field in this game. Smacks one right up the middle, 3 hits in a row. Tapia is rounding third. He's being waved to the plate. And he will come in and score, and it's 2-0 Gastonia. Jalen Smith stops at second base, and Skoll is at first with an RBI single. Trey Holmes, the left fielder, will come up now. Nobody out, top of the second inning. 2 runs, 4 hits for Gastonia, and a 2-0 lead. First pitch from Figueroa to Holmes is a breaking ball that crosses the plate about knee high. No balls and 1 strike. Figueroa working from the stretch. Another off-speed pitch called strike 2. Holmes didn't care too much for that one. Jalen Smith at second, Jake Skoll at first, and a fastball at the knees. And he's gone. Again, another one of the ball players arguing a pitch with the home plate umpire. And Holmes better be careful as he walks back to the dugout. He's still got some more to say. And when the home plate umpire takes his mask off and looks at you, then you better quiet down. That's when he stopped barking. Here comes Alex Holderbach, the catcher. 1 out now. Holderbach, kind of an excuse me swing, and fouls one back. No balls and 1 strike. Holderbach got as far as Double-A with the Astros organization. Hails from Fairfield, Ohio. Batting .211 as he stands at the plate. He's got 1 home run, and the runner goes from second base. A wild pitch. The ball gets by the catcher, and Skoll will trot down to second base as well. So now runners on second and third with 1 out as Smith goes to third, Skoll to second. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alex Holderbach. Nelson Figueroa has been bobbing and weaving here so far in the first inning and 1/3. He's thrown a lot of pitches, a lot of 3-strike counts. And the Honey Hunters have him on the ropes right now. 2 runners in scoring position. Breaking ball, that missed outside. That'll run the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch, swung on and missed. And boy, Holderbach had that bat pulled all the way into his chest. That pitch must have been high and tight. He was trying to pull it down the left field line as the left fielder is giving him quite a bit of room between where he's standing in left center field and the left field line. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled at the plate. Holderbach stays alive at 2-2. Whatever gas Figueroa may or may not have had in the major leagues is no longer there. He's throwing around 84 miles an hour with his fastball. Seen a couple sail across at 83 miles an hour. Depending on his craftiness and his years of experience. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's outside. Good stop by Brian Gonzalez behind the plate to prevent another run coming across. 2-0 Gastonia here in the top of the second inning with 1 out. Nelson Figueroa staring in to get a sign from his catcher Gonzalez. He's got the one he wants, straightens up, and the 2-2 pitch. Holderbach looks at a break, or the 3-2 pitch, pardon me. Holderbach looks at a breaking ball low, and he's going to stop and take off his ankle guard and his elbow guards and trot down to first base. That'll bring up bases loaded. Reese Hampton will come up now with bases loaded and 1 out. And all he did to lead off the ball game was to drive one off the netting above the outfield wall in left field. Missed a home run by maybe less than 10 feet. Doubled and came in and scored. First pitch to him, over for a strike. He thought about pulling the trigger and held up. No balls and 1 strike. Hampton hails from right down the road here at Charlotte, North Carolina. Got as high as the Diamondbacks' high A ball. And boy, Jalen Smith hustled back to the bag and did a head-first slide down at third as the catcher, Brian Gonzalez, came up and he was going to throw, and the ball fell right behind his shoulder and bounced behind the catcher. The whole time Smith is diving back to the bag. Smith on third, Skoll on second. Holderbach on first, pardon me. And the pitch, a breaking ball down and in, 2 balls and 1 strike to Reese Hampton. There's a high fly ball to right field. The right fielder's going back. He's at the wall, and he reaches up and grabs it just at the top of the wall. So that's the second out of the inning, but on the play, it's far enough to get Trey Holmes across. Jalen Smith across the plate. Jake Skoll moves down to third, and here comes Luis Roman. It's now 3-0 Gastonia. Fourth hit of the ball game for the Honey Hunters. Roman, left-handed batter against the right-hand throwing Figueroa. First pitch to him is hit high in the air to left field. Left fielder's going back and looking up, and in front of the wall, she makes the catch. And yes, I said she. That is Kelsey Whitmore out in left field for the FERRYHAWKS. That'll do it for Gastonia. But they pick up a couple of runs and jump out to a 3-0 lead. 3 runs, 4 hits for Gastonia. Nothing doing for Staten Island, and they are coming up. You're listening to Honey Hunters Baseball on the Gastonia Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut. Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza. A winning combination.
We're heading into the bottom of the second inning now at Caramont Health Park. The Honey Hunters holding on to a 3-0 lead. 1 run in the first, 2 in the second. And former Major Leaguer Nelson Figueroa, who has come out of retirement to pitch this ball game for the FERRYHAWKS, has been having trouble with control. That's put him in a position where he's given up 3 runs and 4 hits in the first 2 innings. It'll be Rusney Castillo, Mario Bautista, and Alfredo Reyes for the FERRYHAWKS. Castillo steps in, and the first pitch from Ian McKinney misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Breaking ball that is fouled high in the air and caught in foul territory by Luis Castro, the first baseman. So Castro had to look up into that blue and cloudy sky, but he's able to haul it in for out number 1. That'll bring up Mario Bautista, the right fielder. Bautista batting .216 on the year. Been in 60 ball games, 11 doubles and 4 home runs to go with 20 RBIs. Steps into the right-handed batter's box and looks at a pitch low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Good off-speed pitch. Good slider by McKinney. 1-1 now. McKinney working from the windup. staring in to get a sign from Alex Holderbach. Bautista, tired of waiting, steps out. Now we're ready to go. McKinney, fastball misses, ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch is in the dirt. That's going to run the count to 3 balls and a strike. There's a high fly ball to left field. Left fielder's going back, and this ball is going to sail into the parking lot. So a home run for Bautista, and that puts the FERRYHAWKS on the board. It's now 3-1 in favor of the Honey Hunters. Just a fastball that he left right out over the plate. And Bautista knew exactly what to do with that pitch. Bautista's 5th home run of the ball game. And now here is Alfredo Reyes, the shortstop, who looks at a fastball for a strike inside. No balls and 1 strike. Check swing, yes he did. No balls and 2 strikes. Three to 1 in favor of the Honey Hunters here in the bottom of the second inning. As McKinney bounces a breaking ball in front of the plate. Run the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Now remember, in this first game, Staten Island is the home team because we're making up a ball game that was canceled up in Staten Island. The only way to make that one up was to come here and do it. There's a ground ball to first base. Tapia picks it up and walks to the bag. 2 outs now. I'm looking at the number. That's supposed to be the catcher, Brian Gonzalez, but I've got him as number 8. Anyway, we'll go with 19. How's that? First pitch is over for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Kelsey Whitmore is on deck. The 0-2 pitch, high and inside. Got Gonzalez backing away from the pitch and then turning away from it. Looked like he was a cat on a hot tin roof dancing away from that ball. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed at a great breaking ball by McKinney. The bottom dropped out of that one, and that'll do it for Staten Island. 1 run on 1 hit. Nobody left on base. We're headed to the top of the 3rd inning. Gastonia 3, Staten Island 1.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit gsmsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramount Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramount Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Bob Woodard back live with you as the Gastonia Honey Hunters have jumped out to a 3-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the third inning, or the top of the fourth inning, pardon me. Top of the third inning. I'll get it right. I've got a whole bunch to choose from here. I'll land on the right one eventually. Top of inning number 3. For Gastonia, it's going to be Rosa, Castro, and Tapia. Joseph Rosa 0 for 1 on the day, batting .322. Shortstop steps into the left-hander's batter's box. And Nelson Figueroa comes to the plate. Off-speed pitch, breaking ball over for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. There's one that is hit high and deep to center field. That's going to be off the wall. Rosa is on around first and on his way to second, and he'll be in there with a stand-up double. And he is out at second base. He took his time walking back to the bag. The second baseman had the ball in his glove, and he reached over and tagged Rosa, and he is out. So a mental error by Rosa erases the double. 1 out now, and here comes Luis Castro. So we've seen a couple of blunders in the ball game. First, Brian Gonzalez, the catcher for the FERRYHAWKS, walked to his right to pick up a pitch that was in the dirt that had rolled to his right. And Reese Hampton came home on that play. And now the play by Rosa down at second base, where he was just trotting back to the bag or walking back to the bag and got tagged out. Luis Castro is now at the plate. Count 1 ball and 1 strike to him as he watches a fastball sail by. Batting an even .300. Right-handed batter. Looks at a pitch low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here we're talking about Figueroa, who is pitching, coming out of retirement today, so he hasn't pitched in a ball game in how long? You know that his velocity is not going to be there. He's got to count on his experience and craftiness, and there's a pop fly behind the plate. Catcher comes over between first and home plate and catches it in foul ground. 2 outs now. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Emmanuel Tapia. singled and scored a run in his first at-bat. There's a long fly ball that's launched into right field, and that ball is going over the wall for a home run. So Tapia found a pitch he liked and just absolutely drilled it over the right field wall, and he will circle the bases. It's 4-1 Gastonia. For Tapia, his 12th round tripper of the year. He's headed back to the dugout and gets congratulated as he goes down the steps. Here's Jalen Smith now, the second baseman, and Smith hits one high in the air to right center field. The right fielder moving over and makes the catch, and that'll do it for Smith and the Honey Hunters, but they put another one on the board on the home run by Emmanuel Tapia, and it is 4-1 Gastonia. As we head to the bottom of the third inning, you're listening to Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball Network.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters!
Ladies and gentlemen, as a public service, here's a little vocabulary lesson for all the parents out there. The word is drip. Means cool, trendy, or hip. Where do Honey Hunters fans find their drip? The fashion destination in the gas house is at the Honey Hunters team store at Paramount Health Park. Put some swag in your bag at the Honey Hunters team store. Hashtag drip season. Seriously, I have no idea what drip season means.
Back live at Paramount Health Park, Bob Woodard with you, and the Gastonia Honey Hunters holding on to a 4-1 lead. Ian McKinney has only given up the one home run, and he will be facing the numbers 8, 9, and 1 hitters in this bottom of the third inning. Kelsey Whitmore, the first lady to play professional baseball, will step in looking for her first base hit. Batting right-handed against the left-handed throwing McKinney, and he just blows a fastball right by her as she swings and misses. No balls and 1 strike. Next pitch misses outside, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Whitmore, a switch hitter, batting right-handed against the left-hander McKinney. McKinney shakes off one sign. Now he's got the one he wants. Comes back with a breaking ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nelson Figueroa on deck for Staten Island. Next pitch, a fastball over for a strike. McKinney watches it go, or Whitmore, pardon me, watches it go by. And the count is even at 2-2 now. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Got her swinging. And now here comes Nelson Figueroa. Get gassed up with your Honey Hunters as they make their way toward the 2022 Atlantic League playoffs. Game 1 at Paramount Health Park is September 20th. Get your tickets now by calling 704-874-1810. That's 7:04-874-1810. First pitch to Nelson Figueroa is fouled off to the right and out of play. No balls and one strike. One out. We're in the bottom of the third inning. 4-1 Honey Hunters. Next pitch. Low and inside. Figueroa lifts his back foot to let the ball go underneath it. Here's the 1-1 pitch from McKinney. Again low. Ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1 punched off to the right, out of play. That'll even the count at 2-2. There's one that is on the ground toward the FERRYHAWKS dugout. Count remains 2-2. Foul tip held on to by Holderbach, the catcher. And down goes Figueroa. So 2 strikeouts to start this bottom of the third inning. Top of the order now again, and Joseph Monhay comes up. Monhay 0 for 1, batting .218 as he stands at the plate. McKinney staring in to get a sign. Rocks on the rubber and comes to the plate. Breaking ball over for a strike. Monhay watches it go by for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning. 4-1 Gastonia. Next pitch sails high. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's one that's lifted foul and out of play off to the right. That'll run the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Should Monhay keep this inning alive, Dilson Herrera is on deck. Next pitch is a breaking ball. That one's all the way to the backstop. Runs the count to a ball, or 2 balls and 2 strikes, pardon me. Want to say hello to an old friend of mine back in the studios of WGNC, Scott Neisler. Scott and I have worked a few games together. And, buddy, it's good to be working with you again, even though we are some miles apart. Hope you're doing well. Pitch was high. It's a 3-2 count. Here's the payoff pitch. Again, fouled off to the right. And the count will hold at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. McKinney. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. So he strikes out the side here in the bottom of the third inning. Nothing doing for the FERRYHAWKS. And at the end of 3, it is Gastonia 4, Staten Island 1.
Your home for Gastonia Honey Hunters baseball. AM 1450, 101.1 FM, and streaming on the TuneIn app. WGNC. Your home for Honey Hunters baseball. AM.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go!
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is
And we are back live at Caramont Health Park, where the Gastonia Honey Hunters are actually the visiting team for this first game of today's doubleheader against the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS, and the Honey Hunters holding down a 4-1 lead. Jake Skoll is going to lead things off for the Honey Hunters here in the top of the fourth inning. Skoll 1 for 1 with an RBI, batting .252 as he stands in. Left-handed batter against the right-handed throwing Nelson Figueroa. Skoll swings and misses through a off-speed pitch low and inside. No balls and one strike. Of course, I guess when your fastball is only 83 miles an hour, everything's an off-speed pitch, isn't it? Here's the 0-1. That one finds the dirt. That was about a 58-foot fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Skoll. Next pitch is high, 2 balls and a strike. Three balls and 1 strike now as Figueroa misses out of the strike zone again. And he walked him, so Skoll will trot down to first base with a free pass. Trey Holmes will step into the batter's box now. Holmes 0 for 1 on the day, batting .348 as he stands at the plate. Swung on and fouled into the catcher's glove. No balls and 1 strike. That one is fouled back. That's going to be 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Skoll taking a lead from first base. And Skoll goes. The throw down, and he's got his 21st stolen base of the year. Brian Gonzalez made that throw from his knees, didn't even get up and make the throw, and it took 1 hop. And Skoll was at second base, well ahead of the throw. He got a great jump off of Nelson Figueroa. So now Jake in scoring position. And Trey Holmes hits one high in the air off to the right and out of play. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Holmes with first base open. Pitch misses for ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Figueroa from the stretch, the 2-2 pitch. On the ground up the middle, that's going to be stopped by the shortstop. Skoll was thinking about coming home and had to put on the brakes and turn around and get back to third as the shortstop, Alfredo Reyes, stopped and threw down to third. What a great stop by Reyes to be able to get to that ball. Holy cow. He went a long way to his left to pick that ball off before it got into center field and made a great throw back to third. But Skoll was on his toes and got back to the bag. So with nobody out, runners on the corners. And here's Alex Holderbach. Holderbach hits one high in the air to left field, and you can forget about that one. That's in the parking lot. Boy, did he hit that a long way. His second home run of the year for Alex Holderbach, and he absolutely launched that. Seven to 1 in favor of the Honey Hunters now as Holderbach absolutely tattooed one. And we'll go back to the top of the order now, and Reese Hampton. Watching the replay on the scoreboard at Caramount Health Park here, and he absolutely blistered that pitch. Hampton swinging at the first pitch. It's on the ground of the second baseman. He fields it and throws across, and Hampton will sit down as he grounds out. Here comes third baseman Luis Roman, who is 0 for 2 on the day with 1 strikeout, batting .257 as he steps into the left-handed batter's box. First pitch from Figueroa is low. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. 7 to 1, Honey Hunters were in the bottom of the 4th inning. That one's high in the air to the center fielder. He makes the catch there, as Joseph Monje only had to come in a couple of steps for that ball. So Roman goes down, and here comes shortstop Joseph Rosa. Rosa hails from New York. Yes, the New York, not somewhere else in New York. Left-handed batter steps in. 15 home runs on the year for Rosa. 1 for 2 on the day. Hits that one, and that's going to be foul down the right field line. No balls and 1 strike to Rosa. Not only does he have impressive numbers at the plate, but Rosa also plays a pretty mean shortstop. Next pitch is high, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Nelson Figueroa trying to battle his way through the first of today's doubleheader games. It's got to be tough on a guy to come out of retirement and pitch a game. Next pitch is high. That'll run the count to 3-1. or 2-1, depending on which count you're using. Next pitch is fouled off in front of the FERRYHAWKS dugouts. That'll even the count at 2-2. And again, Kelsey Whitmore playing way off the line in left field. The other outfielders are reasonably straight away. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Rosa. Backed out of the way of that one, and it was called strike 3 on the inside corner. So Rosa goes down on strikes, and that'll do it for the Honey Hunters. But not before they put a 3 spot on the board here in the top of the 4th inning, and it is 7-1 Gastonia here on the Honey Hunters
Online education is better with
Radio
us. At
Network.
Belmont Abbey College, we offer quality, affordable online degrees that fit your
GSM
life and your
Services
budget.
helps.
We're better because with us, our faith foundation drives all we do. We care about every student. We instill every degree with excellence and virtue. Plus, we're local, personal, and ready to help you thrive. Experience the Abbey difference. Get the better online degree with Belmont Abbey College. Register today, and you could win dinner for 2 on us. Visit GoHoneyHunters.com/Belmont Abbey to learn more.
Serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters! Since
to the bottom of the 4th inning we go here at Caramont Health Park. Gastonia holding a 7-1 lead over the FERRYHAWKS from Staten Island. The FERRYHAWKS will send up Dilson Herrera, Angel Aguilar, and Rusney Castillo. First pitch to Herrera misses, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Ian McKinney has only given up 1 hit, and it was a home run, which accounts for the lone run that the FERRYHAWKS have. Next pitch over for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Herrera fouls the next pitch back off the netting. That'll run the count to a ball and 2 strikes. McKinney rocks on the rubber, comes to the plate with a breaking ball that sails low. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Misses outside, ball 3, runs the count full, 3-2. That's one of the few full counts we've seen from McKinney. As the ball is hit on the ground at the second baseman, Smith comes up with it, throws across to Tapia, and there's one away. Herrera took an outside fastball and went with it, but didn't get much on it and hit it right to the second baseman. That'll bring up Angel Aguilar, the second baseman. Aguilar 0 for 1 in the ball game, comes up to the plate with a .299 average. Struck out in his first at bat. Pitch misses low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball over but low, ball 2, 2-0. McKinney steps off the rubber as Aguilar steps out of the batter's box. Angel adjusts his batting gloves, and now he's back in. Here's the 2-0 pitch from McKinney. A line drive into center field. Skoll coming up, but he's going to let it bounce in front of him as he puts on the brakes and goes back a couple of steps to prevent the ball from going over his head. So Aguilar's on with a single, only the second hit of the game allowed by McKinney. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Rusney Castillo. Castillo 0 for 1, batting .302. Right-handed batter. McKinney from the stretch. There's a long fly ball to left center field, back, and it's off the top of the wall. Skoll picks it up and fires it into second base, and Castillo is going to be held to a long single. But on the play, Angel Aguilar goes down to third base. So with one out, runners on the corners. And here comes Mario Bautista. And he accounts for the only run of the ball game for the FERRYHAWKS. He hit a long home run to left field in his first at bat. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Bautista batting .220 as he stands in. McKinney working from the stretch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice stop there by Alex Holderbach. 1 ball and no strikes. McKinney on top of the rubber, staring in to get a sign. Now he's got the one he wants. Checks the runner at first, comes to the Superhero Day here at Caramount Health Park. Next pitch, good fastball again at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. So Alfredo Reyes in a hole 0-2 with 1 out. Runners on first and second for the FERRYHAWKS. Catcher Brian Gonzalez on deck for Staten Island. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. Good stop again by Holderbach. McKinney from the stretch, checks the runner at second, now comes to the plate. Fouled at the plate. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Seven runs, 8 hits, no errors for Gastonia. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for Staten Island. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning with 1 out. There's a high fly ball that's sprayed foul off to the right and out of play. The count will hold at 1-2. McKinney staring into Holderbach for the sign. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled again, off to the left this time in front of the Honey Hunters dugout, and the count holds at 1-2. Happy to be sharing the broadcast booth this afternoon with Colton Miller. Colton is a Major League Baseball data operations employee. And let me go out on a limb here and just say that that means you take care of data for the Major League Baseball Association. Yes. There's another foul, that one right at the plate. Holderbach wasn't sure it was called foul, even though it bounced around behind home plate after the initial bounce, so he picked up and tagged the batter anyway, but the count's still 1-2. Goose Gasso came out of the Honey Hunters dugout trying to get a clarification on that last play, and the umpires were finally able to convince him that it was a foul ball. And again a foul ball. So what's that, 5 in a row now? Reyes making McKinney work for it. Seems like the count has been 1-2 for 10 minutes. McKinney steps off the rubber. Now he's back on. And once again, here comes the 1-2 pitch from the Gastonia left-hander. Checking the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and he finally got him. 7th strikeout of the ball game for McKinney. And here comes the catcher, Brian Gonzalez. Two outs now, 7-2 in favor of the Honey Hunters. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. And yes, the FERRYHAWKS are the home team for this game, so they are batting in the bottom of the inning. Kind of a strange situation for the Honey Hunters to be playing a game at their home ballpark, but being the visiting team, this is a game that was being made up, that was postponed up in New York. First pitch swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. To Brian Gonzalez. Another fastball. He tipped that one, but into the glove of Holderbach. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. If you have not had a chance to come out to Caremont Health Park, make it a point to do so. What a fun place to watch a ball game. And that one hits him. So Gonzalez, who is the catcher, not only does he take a beating behind the plate the whole game, but now he gets hit while he's batting. Gonzalez limping a little bit as he goes down to first base. Apparently he's okay, but that smarts. That'll bring up Kelsey Whitmore, 0 for 1 in the ball game. In fact, 0 for 0. Whitmore looking for her first hit in 22 at-bats. She does have 2 walks and 2 runs scored on the year. they're letting Gonzalez walk it off down there at first base. The trainer comes out of the dugout for the FERRYHAWKS, showing the trainer where he got hit. But he's shaking his head and saying, I'm okay, I'm okay. So we certainly hope he is. Trainer on her way back to the dugout. And now we're ready to resume play. Kelsey Whitmore steps in with bases loaded and 2 outs. 7-2 Gastonia here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch, fastball swung on and missed. Whitmore swung right over the top of that pitch. No balls and 1 strike. That one is fouled back over our heads. No balls and 2 strikes. Fundamentally, she's got a very good swing. Probably won't be long before she gets her first hit. Swung on and missed. Good fastball by McKinney. Put it down around the knees, and Whitmore swung right over the top of it. That'll do it for Staten Island here in the bottom of the 4th inning. But they managed to push a run across and inch a little bit closer as the Honey Hunters still lead 7-2 after 4 innings of play. We'll be back. You're listening to Honey Hunters Baseball on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as heating and cooling, hot, cold, or drafty rooms, high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings, indoor air quality, and much, much more. GSM Services is your one-stop shop for all comfort issues in your home. GSM offers 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and right now they're offering a free home energy audit. So, if you're having any issues in your home or office, know that you can always trust leaving your comfort to GSM. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about any comfort issues you're having in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com.
The Gas House. Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty. The Gas House Bar and Grill is the place to find a broad palette of menu items that you won't find anywhere else at Caramont Health Park. Burgers? Got it. Pulled pork nachos? Check. How about jerk chicken sandwiches? We got that too. Oh, and fried plantains? Of course we do. The Gas House Bar and Grill is a world tour for the taste buds, nightly at Caramont Health Park. We'll see you at the Gas House Bar and Grill.
We're heading into the top of the 5th inning here at Caramont Health Park. Gastonia leading Staten Island 7-2. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth for Gastonia. And the FERRYHAWKS 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth. Luis Castro leading off for the Honey Hunters here in the top of the 5th inning. Fouls the first pitch off, no balls and 1 strike, and then looks at a fastball low from Nelson Figueroa. 1 ball and 1 strike. I'm surprised to see Figueroa going this far into the ball game as he puts one right in between the numbers on Castro. And he will take his gloves off and his shin guards and elbow guards and trot down to first base on a hit by pitch. Here comes Emmanuel Tapia. Tapia 2 for 2 on the ball game. Scored a couple of runs and drove one run in. First pitch to Tapia, over for a strike. No balls and one strike. There's one on the ground to the second baseman. Backhands to the shortstop for one, throws high, and the first baseman able to stay on the bag. Tapia thought he was off the bag, and he stops and has a little chuckle with the first base umpire. So 2 outs now for the Honey Hunters, and Jalen Smith will step up. Smith 1 for 2 on the day, has also scored a run. He's batting .270 as he stands in. Nelson Figueroa trying to pitch an inning without allowing a run to the Honey Hunters for the first time today. And Smith hits one high in the air, foul down the left field line. That bounces way past the picnic area. If he had straightened that out, it would have been a nice hit for him. Next pitch is high, ball 2, 2-1. And inside for ball 3, 3-1. So again, Figueroa working to a 3-ball count. I'm not sure what his pitch count is right now, but he's thrown a lot of pitches, and indeed he walks. Smith, that'll bring up Jake Skoll. 91 pitches for Nelson Figueroa. And we're only in the 5th inning. So he's thrown a lot of pitches. Jake Skoll steps up now. First pitch to him, thought about it and held up, but it's a strike anyway. No balls and 1 strike. Skoll, a 1 all the way across. At-bats, runs, hits, RBIs, base on balls, and strikeouts. 1 for 1 with a run scored and an RBI. Looks at ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Left-hander steps back in, and Figueroa steps off the mound to turn around and look at Jalen Smith at first base. Pitch is high. Gonzalez throws down to first. Nothing doing. Smith is back on the bag. And Dilson Herrera, the first baseman, didn't really even make a tag or try to. Now this is something interesting that I have not seen before. Dilson Herrera, when he holds a runner on first base, his right foot is nowhere near first base. Smith takes off and goes on the pitch, but the catcher, Gonzalez, didn't even make an attempt to throw, so a defensive indifference allows Smith to trot down to second base. And now Skoll has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs and a 2-2 count. There's a high fly ball to left center field. The center fielder's going back. He's looking up, and Jake Skoll has his 16th home run of the year. A 2-run shot for Jake Skoll. Well, so much for Nelson Figueroa having a scoreless inning. He was on the verge of it. But Jalen Smith worked him for a walk, and then Jake Skoll hit it over the left center field wall for a Gastonia Honey Hunters home run, 9-2 in favor of Gastonia now. The Honey Hunters 9 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The FERRYHAWKS 2 runs and 4 hits and no errors. Trey Holmes steps in now and looks at a breaking ball over for a strike, 0-1. Another breaking ball, that one missed, 1-1. And there's a fly ball to right field. The right fielder's going back, and he makes the catch in the corner. So that'll do it for Holmes, and the Honey Hunters here in the top of the 5th inning, but not before Jake Skoll puts 2 more runs on the board with a long home run to left center field at the end of 4.5 innings of play. It is Gastonia 9 and the FERRYHAWKS 2. You're listening to the Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Gastonia 9, Staten Island 2 here in the first game of a doubleheader. And for Ian McKinney, for the most part, it's been smooth sailing. McKinney has only allowed 4 hits in 4 innings, one of them a home run. 7 strikeouts for Ian, and he's getting ready to pitch the 5th inning. Hey folks, at Caramont Health, every milestone matters. That's why their trusted pediatricians and award-winning specialists are here to serve you and your family every step of the way. Find a doctor you and your kids love at CaramontHealth.org. Nelson Figueroa. Not only did he come out of retirement to pitch this ball game, but he came out of retirement to hit for himself. No designated hitter for the FERRYHAWKS in this ball game. And Figueroa steps to the plate, having struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at the first pitch, low and outside, ball 1. And McKinney comes back with a fastball knee-high across the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a ground ball, a high hopper, good play by the second baseman who jumps high in the air, does Jalen Smith, and comes down firing to Emmanuel Tapia, or to Luis Castro, pardon me. And that'll take care of Nelson Figueroa. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning, 9-2 in favor of Gastonia. Remember, this is a 7-inning ball game. And here comes Joseph Monhay. Monhay, the leadoff batter, is 0 for 2 on the day. One of the strikeout victims for McKinney. He looks at a fastball high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Off-speed pitch that sails high, 2-0. Dilson Herrera is on deck. There's one on the ground, backhanded by a third baseman. He throw across and it bounces. And the runner is safe at first base. Castro couldn't glove the ball off the bounce, but he picked it up with his bare hand and was looking to the umpire, hoping for a call, but he didn't get it. Still waiting to see if they're going to give him a hit or an error on that play. Going to call it a throwing error, says the official scorer. So the first error of the ball game, as McKinney throws the first pitch to Monhay. No, that's not Monhay, that's the second batter in the lineup, Dilson Herrera. Now 2-0 the count to Herrera. There's a line drive to left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Jake Skoll comes over from center field to cut that one off and fires it into the shortstop. But with one out now, there are runners on first and second for the FERRYHAWKS. And that's where the error really can hurt you. Now you've got a runner in scoring position, and the last thing you want to do when you've got a team down 9-2 is to open any kind of door for them to put some runs on the board and think that they can come back. Honey Hunters just put 2 runs on the board in the top of the 5th inning. And ideally, for McKinney, you come in and shut the door and keep the FERRYHAWKS at bay. Angel Aguilar is now at the plate for Staten Island. He's looking at a 1-0 count. McKinney's next pitch, a breaking ball low, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. McKinney's not as sharp around the strike zone as he had been earlier in the game, and you've got to wonder if he's running out of gas a little bit here. Next pitch misses, ball 3, 3-0. McKinney's thrown 87 pitches already. Generally around the 100 pitch mark, you start looking at your pitcher and wondering if he's going to be able to go any farther. From the stretch, here comes the 3-0. And it's low, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Aguilar, and here comes Rusney Castillo. Castillo, the third baseman. 1 for 2 on the day. Batting .304 as he steps into the batter's box. .88 pitches now for McKinney. 54 of them have been strikes. He's got 8 strikeouts in the ball game. There's a breaking ball to Castillo, high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Nobody up in the bullpen for the Honey Hunters. Goose Gazzo trying to see if McKinney can get out of his jam here in the bottom of the, or in the top of the, no, it is the bottom of the 5th inning. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's that fastball that McKinney had been blowing by the batters in the first few innings. McKinney now pitching out of the windup with bases loaded. Steps off the rubber and wants Holderbach to go through the signs again. Holderbach flashes the one McKinney wants, and there's one lifted, and that's going to be off to the right and out of play. Count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes. This would be a huge out right here for McKinney. If he's able to get Castillo, then you can get a ground ball to any of the infielders for an out. That one goes behind the batter and then bounces high off of the backstop. The runner's going to come in from third base, and it's 9-3 in favor of Gastonia now. Runners on second and third. A 2-2 count. Boy, McKinney just let that one fly. Next pitch again high. And now we see a right-hander throwing in the bullpen for the Honey Hunters. McKinney staring in to get a sign. The 3-2 count with first base open. Taking too long for the likes of Castillo, and he steps out. Now he's back in. McKinney into the windup. Here's the 3-2. On the line drive into right field. Just out of the outstretched reach of second baseman Smith. And the FERRYHAWKS bring another run home. Mario Bautista will now come to the plate. As Reggie Harris comes out of the dugout, and he's going to go have some words with McKinney. 2 runs across for the FERRYHAWKS here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 9-4 in favor of Gastonia. 9 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. That error was costly. It did come around and score in this inning. For Staten Island, 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Well, the meeting of the mound has concluded. Reggie Harris on his way back to the dugout. Tim Naughton is throwing down in the bullpen for Gastonia. First pitch to Mario Bautista, swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. 1 out here. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 9-4 Gastonia, but the FERRYHAWKS have pushed 2 across, and they have runners at the corners. Breaking ball that's left way high. 1 ball and 1 strike. And I don't know about you, Colton Miller, but McKinney looks like a pitcher who's run out of gas. That pitch is low. Ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. Earlier in the game, he had a very crisp, sharp fastball, and his breaking ball was right around the plate. I don't think I've seen him throw a breaking ball for a strike in a few batters now. There's an off-speed pitch on the ground to the shortstop, down to second for 1, across to first, and he is safe at first. So the throw from Jalen Smith, after he took the relay from Joseph Rosa, Smith threw to first and was just not in time. Mario Bautista hustling down to the bag at first base. And the score is now 9-5 in favor of the Honey Hunters as they push the run across from third base. Alfredo Reyes will now step to the plate. Reyes 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Batting .243. He's got a runner at first base. He's already left 2 runners on base in the ballgame. The runner goes from first. The throw down is not in time, so Bautista steals second base. And again, the FERRYHAWKS with a runner in scoring position. McKinney looks like he's doing everything he can to stay in this game. He's like a boxer at the end of a round when he's just out of juice. Here's the next pitch. That one's lifted in the air, foul off to the right. Good fastball that Reyes just couldn't get in front of. 1 ball and 1 strike. McKinney working from the stretch. Fastball foul tipped at the plate, held on to by Holderbach. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Catcher Brian Gonzalez is on deck for the FERRYHAWKS. Should Reyes keep the inning alive. Next pitch, that's on the ground, and that's going to roll foul just outside the third base line. Third base, Luis Roman was swiping his glove at it to try and pick it up, and he didn't pick it up and just swatted it back to the dugout of the Honey Hunters. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Staten Island has pushed 3 runs across to make it a little closer. It's 9-5 in favor of the Honey Hunters. McKinney from the stretch, swung on and missed. Gets away from Holderbach, but he picks it up and throws down to first, and that'll record the out there. So McKinney able to dodge a bullet and get out of that inning cheaply enough, giving up 3 runs. It's 9-5 after 5 innings of play. You're listening to Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
If coming to a Honey Hunters game is good, then coming to a game as a group is better. If you're a school, church, or civic organization looking for a great time together, call 704-874-1810 and ask about a group package. The number again is 704-874-1810. Ask about our picnic options that include hot dogs, sliders, and pulled pork. 704-874-1810. Honey Hunters Baseball. Better with friends.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters!
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
And you are listening to the Honey Hunters hold on to a 9-5 lead as Staten Island comes in on the bottom of the 5th inning and plates 3 runs. 9 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Gastonia. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Honey Hunters. And hello, Madison. How are you? We're doing well. Madison is the lovely young lady who perouses the crowd and does all of the promotional games and you get to do all the talking, but you get to do the bat, the dizzy bat. You get to do the chug-a-lug. You get to do the hat game, target practice. And I'll tell you what, if you've never been out here to see Madison, you need to come out to Caramont Health Park. She is an absolute doll, and she has a lot of fun and makes the game fun to be at. Bring your kids out, sign them up for a participation in one of our great events, and you'll be able to see Madison. It's great seeing you. Thanks for coming out. Amen. Come out and support the Honey Hunters, says Madison. Thank you. 9-5 in favor of Gastonia here as we go into the top of the 6th inning. Alex Holderbach, the catcher, leading off against Nelson Figueroa. And Holderbach blasts another one to left center field, and this ball is off of the netting. Holderbach is on his horse, and he will slide into second with a double. The last time he was up, he blasted a home run, and this one was close to being home run number 2. So Holderbach is on with a stand-up double, and that was the 101st pitch for Nelson Figueroa. Back to the top of the order now, Reese Hampton will step in. Hampton 1 for 2 on the day. He's got an RBI and a run scored, batting .271 as he stands in. And if he gets on base, look out. He's got 50 stolen bases on the season. The Honey Hunters lead in stolen bases by a wide margin. Count is now 2 balls and no strikes to Hampton as he looks at a strike on the outside corner, 2 balls and 1 strike. How would you like being Nelson Figueroa? The coach says, we're pulling you out of retirement. You're going to pitch this game. And by the way, you're going to hit for yourself. What a day for Nelson Figueroa. I think he'll probably sleep well tonight. Three balls and 1 strike to Hampton now. And there's a high fastball for ball 4. So now runners on first and second for the Honey Hunters. And here comes Luis Roman, the number 2 batter in the lineup. The Honey Hunters' third baseman. Roman looking for his first hit of the ball game as he stands in. Figueroa from the stretch. First pitch is an off-speed pitch that drops over for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. There's one on the ground that is in fair territory. The first baseman was inside the foul line. He got the ball, threw down to second for the out there, and then the throw coming back to him, he just missed it. The ball hit his glove. Plenty of time to get the runner, but the ball got away from him, rolled to the dugout. So Roman gets down to second base on the play. Give him a fielder's choice, on base on the error, and down to second base on the error. So here comes Joseph Rosa, now the shortstop. Rosa 1 for 3 on the day. Did what? Fielder's choice with no error. Okay. So you can't assume a double play, so there is no error. My apologies. So it's a fielder's choice. There's a high fly ball in foul territory outside of third. Third baseman Rusney Castillo goes over and hauls that one in. 2 outs now in the inning for the Honey Hunters. And that'll bring up Luis Castro. Castro, the first baseman. 0 for 2 in the ball game. His batting average has dipped a little bit below 300, which is where he started the game. Now at 298. And again, for the second time in the ball game, Nelson Figueroa hits Castro. This time he got him on the left, maybe the bicep or the shoulder, as Castro was trying to turn out of the way of it. But again, runners at first and second. And now here comes Emmanuel Tapia, the designated hitter. Tapia 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Left-hander against the right-hander Figueroa. There's a high fly ball to center field. The center fielder's going back, and he makes an over-the-shoulder catch, and that'll do it for Tapia. So he hit it a long way, but just the wrong direction of the ballpark, and that'll do it for the Honey Hunters. But Gastonia has scored in every inning, and it is now 10-5 in favor of Gastonia. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th inning right after these messages. You're listening to Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball Radio Network.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters! Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty.
Well, as expected, the Honey Hunters are going to the bullpen for the bottom of the 6th inning. Tim Naughton comes out of the bullpen for Gastonia. Naughton, a right-hander, 6'3", 195-pounder out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. The highest level that he achieved was AAA with the Baltimore Orioles. So Naughton will take over. And leading off for Gastonia will be the catcher, Brian Gonzalez, and he takes the first pitch and hits it high into the air to right field for the first out. Reese Hampton out there in right field collecting that high fly ball. And that'll bring up Kelsey Whitmore, still looking for her first hit. Naughton, a big, tall right-hander, throws some pretty good heat. Shows the fastball right over the heart of the plate for strike one. Whitmore taking all the way. Fouls one back. Good cut on the ball. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, 10-5 in favor of Gastonia. FERRYHAWKS trying to do whatever they can to get something going in this next inning and a third now as Whitmore goes down on strikes. Swung on and missed at a Naughton fastball. That'll bring up the pitcher, Nelson Figueroa. Figueroa 0 for 2 on the day with 1 strikeout. First pitch to him misses ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. It's funny, on the scoreboard in center field, they have a picture of the batter and his position. And Nelson Figueroa's picture is up there and his position says pitching coach. There's one on the ground at the first baseman. Picked up easily down there and trots to the bag, does Luis Castro. And he looks over at Figueroa as he trots off the field, and they exchange a chuckle. That'll do it for Staten Island here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So the FERRYHAWKS are down to their last 3 outs. We'll see what happens in the 7th inning right after this. You come back and join us.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number 1. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as heating and cooling, hot, cold, or drafty rooms, high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings, indoor air quality, and much, much more. GSM Services is your one-stop shop for all comfort issues in your home. GSM offers 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and right now they're offering a free home energy audit. So, if you're having any issues in your home or office, know that you can always trust leaving your comfort to GSM. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about any comfort issues you're having in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit gsmsince1927.com.
The gas.
This is Jake Skoll of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, Zach Jarrett and Reese Hampton's best friend. You're listening to the Gastonia Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Get social with your favorite base.
Well, everybody should have a best friend, right? We're headed into the bottom, or to the top of the 7th inning. 10-5 in favor of the Honey Hunters. And, of course, this will be the final inning of the game unless the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS can overcome this 5-run deficit and tie the ball game to send it to extra innings. But this is a 7-inning ball game because of the doubleheader today. The next game is what, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game? That's right. So 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game, we'll start game number 2. First pitch to Jalen Smith, misses high, ball 1 ball and no strikes. In the second pitch, boy, you want to talk about being out in front of a pitch. That pitch he hit over the dugout from the Honey Hunters, but not because he fouled it off. He hit it that way. That's being out in front of a pitch. There's a fly ball to the shortstop. And he's able to make the grab right there for the first out of the inning. Alfredo Reyes took a couple of steps in to haul that one in. And here comes Jake Skoll. Skoll hit his 16th home run of the year in his last at-bat. Left-hander stepping in, playing center field in this ball game. First pitch to Jake, he hits foul outside of first and down the line. No balls and 1 strike. Jake's 2 for 2 in this ball game. There's an off-speed pitch from Figueroa. Stays high, ball 1 ball and 1 strike. Nelson Figueroa, an 11-year major league career. Skoll hits the next pitch right to the left fielder. Took 1 step in, and that's all that Kelsey Whitmore needed to do to catch that one. So Skoll flies out to Whitmore for the second out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And here comes Trey Holmes, the left fielder. Holmes is batting .360 as he comes to the plate. 1 for 3 in this ball game. First pitch swinging, hits it on the ground to the shortstop. Picks it up, fires across, and for the first time today, Nelson Figueroa has pitched an inning without allowing a hit, a base runner, or a run. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, Gastonia 10, Staten Island 5. You're listening to the Gastonia Honey Hunters Radio Network.
If coming to a Honey Hunters game is good, then coming to a game as a group is better. If you're a school, church, or civic organization looking for a great time together, call 704-874-1810 and ask about a group package. The number again is 704-874-1810. Ask about our picnic options that include hot dogs, sliders, and pulled pork. 704-874-1810. Honey Hunters Baseball. Better with friends.
GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation,
crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMSince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMSince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters!
10-5 Honey Hunters as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the 7th inning. No, bottom of the 7th inning. That's right. It's confusing because Staten Island is actually the home team in this ball game. This is a makeup from a game we missed up in Staten Island earlier in the year. But bottom of the 7th inning, Staten Island has 3 outs left to overcome a 10-5 deficit as the Honey Hunters hold the lead. And the first pitch from Tim Naughton is fouled off to the right and out of play. The FERRYHAWKS are at the top of the order. Joseph Monhay, the center fielder, is up. He is 0 for 3 on the day but has scored a run. He's also the victim of a strikeout. Next pitch is over for a strike. Good fastball by Naughton. No balls and 2 strikes. Game number 2 will be about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. So stick around and enjoy some evening baseball with us. And if you can't be with us in spirit, then just come on out to the ballpark and be with us all together. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. Holderbach picks the ball up, tags the batter out. And then here comes Dilson Herrera, the first baseman. 1 for 3 in the ball game, 1 run scored. He has also had a strikeout. As he steps to the plate, he's batting .236. Angel Aguilar on deck for the FERRYHAWKS. First pitch to Herrera is over for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Naughton pitching out of the stretch. The 6'3" right-hander straightens up, and then Herrera decides to step out of the batter's box, so we'll do it again. Naughton comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Low, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch is fouled back, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ten runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Gastonia, 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for Staten Island. The FERRYHAWKS down to their last 2 outs. A 1-2 count to Dilson Herrera as he stays alive by punching 1 foul and out of play. The count remains 1-2. There's a line drive into right center field. That one's going to drop for a base hit. Jake Skoll over to cut it off. On his way to second is Herrera, and he'll be in with a stand-up double. So Naughton put one right over the plate. And Herrera jumped all over it. Runner at second base now with one out. That'll bring up the number 3 batter in the lineup for the FERRYHAWKS, Angel Aguilar, the second baseman. Aguilar, 1 for 2 on the day. He scored 2 runs. He's also got a walk and a strikeout. Steps into the plate batting .301. Rusney Castillo on deck for Staten Island. First pitch. Wow. You don't see that too often. Aguilar fouled the pitch off and then fell to the ground. I've seen guys buckle at the knees when they miss a fastball, but I've never seen them buckle at the knees when they foul one off. No balls and 1 strike. At the conclusion of this ball game, we're going to have a quick wrap up. And then we will be away for about 30 minutes until the beginning of the next game. One ball and 1 strike to Angel Aguilar. Good fastball from Naughton. Outside corner at the knees, strike 2. 94 miles an hour. Next pitch swung on, foul tipped and held on to by Holderbach. Good job by the Gastonia catcher for out number 2. Now the FERRYHAWKS are down to their last out in the person of Rusney Castillo, the third baseman. Castillo 2 for 3 on the day. He's also got an RBI, batting .307. Castillo, a right-handed batter against a right-handed power pitching Tim Naughton. First pitch low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Took a little bit off of that one. It was only 92. First base is open with a runner at second base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The FERRYHAWKS down to their last out. The next pitch, now he's back up to 94. Fastball over for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball low, 2-1. Naughton trying to close the game out for Ian McKinney, who had a good ball game for the first 5 innings that he pitched and struggled through the 5th, and then the 6th gave him all kinds of trouble. Ground ball to the shortstop. This should do it, and that's the ball game. So at the conclusion of game number 1, the Gastonia Honey Hunters, 10 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Staten Island with 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The win will go to Ian McKinney. Nelson Figueroa will pick up the loss. And it's easy to know what Figueroa's record is. He came out of retirement to pitch this game, so he's 0-1. But we will be back with game number 2 at approximately 6:10. The Honey Hunters giving themselves the high fives before they walk back into the locker room and get ready for game number 2. So for now, that'll do it from Caramount Health Park as the Honey Hunters pick up the first game of this doubleheader. 10-5 over the Staten Island FERRYHAWKS. We'll be back in about 30 minutes with game number 2. We will now turn it back over to Scott Neisler at WGNC.